I am Tushar Bakshi, a startup advisor at Setindiabiz, where we provide company incorporation services in India and help startups and small businesses grow with our extremely affordable legal and tax compliance services. In this video, I will discuss the stepwise process of a private limited company registration in India. Before I proceed, let me tell you, if you wish to know more about private limited companies or their benefits documentation and much more, you can check out our other videos. I have included a link to the same in the description. Also, there is detailed information available on our website. The link is in the description box. For a private limited company to attain a distinct legal identity, the Companies Act makes it mandatory to get it registered or incorporated with the Registrar of Companies under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The process of registering a company is not as complicated as you might think. You can register your company in 5 simple steps, which we will be discussing one by one in this video. Number 1, documentation. Number 2, name your company. Number 3, drafting your memorandum and articles of association. Number 4, filing the company incorporation application. And 5, issue of the Certificate of Incorporation. So, let's discuss the step number 1, documentation. The process of company incorporation begins with the documentation, which involves 2 stages. The first being the documents of promoters and the second being relating to the registered address of the proposed company. Very basic documents of every person who shall become a shareholder and director are required. For instance, the PAN card, Aadhaar card, and address proof of the promoters are required. For the purpose of registered address, proof of the premises where the registered office is situated and a no objection certificate from the owner of the premises would be the necessary document for the incorporation. These documents are the most important aspect of your application, and the approval or rejection of your entire application depends on how correctly you have prepared all the documents. This is exactly why we advise you to arrange all the necessary documents before even beginning the process of registration to avoid any hindrance later on. Step number 2, name your company. After having arranged all the documents, the next step is selecting a suitable name for your company. You can watch our video discussing the guidelines that are needed to be followed while naming a company. I have included a link to the same in the description. Here we will be discussing the steps that need to be followed after you have finally decided on the name of your company. The selected name needs to be reserved as the legal name of the company for which an application is filed to the Registrar of Companies. We also suggest that you register the reserved name of your company as a trademark to prevent it from getting misused or infringed by any other business. Step number 3, drafting of MOA and AOA. Before you file the application for company registration, make sure that you have drafted the memorandum and articles of association. Both these documents are extremely essential for the establishment and functioning of a company. While the memorandum is a document that contains all the basic legal information of the company, like its name, address, capital, and primary objectives, the articles contain a set of rules and regulations that must be followed for the internal management of the company. Both these documents are signed by all the shareholders, which is further witnessed by a practicing professional such as a CA, CS, CMA, or an advocate practicing in High Court. Also, these must be submitted to the Registrar of Companies along with the application for company registration. Step number 4, filing the application form for company registration. Having completed all these steps, you can finally file the application for company registration. The application is called Spice Plus Form and is available on the official website of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. At Setindiabiz, we help our clients register their private limited company by filling out the application on their behalf and submitting it with the prescribed documents to the Registrar of Companies. To avail our services, you can contact us through our startup advisors, and we will assist you throughout the process of company registration. Step number 5. Issuing of Certificate of Incorporation. Once the application for company registration is received by the Registrar of Companies, the same is examined for mistakes, if any. When the ROC spots any mistake in the details and documents mentioned in the application, your application will be called for clarification, and with 2 resubmission options. The registrar will only process your application and register your company if he finds that your application is spotless and absolutely free from errors. After completing the process of registration, the registrar issues a certificate of registration in the name of the company and allots it a unique corporate identification number, or SIN. Both the certificate and the SIN are conclusive proofs that the company has been legally registered. With the issue of the certificate of registration, we have come to the end of the process of company registration. Subscribe to our channel for more informative content on startup formation in India. Also, if you found this video helpful, click on the like button and share this video with entrepreneurs.